difference, bro. Yeah, man, they call him Rollerblade Rico. He's a shadow that just rolls out of nowhere, man. Smooth wheels, smoother game. You don't even hear him coming. 1 minute you're holding her hand, next minute, pew, gone. Gone like the wind. What are you lacking, Myron, that you can't hold her desire? Why didn't you have her soul locked in? I mean, she was your girlfriend, right? You claimed to have her as a girlfriend. So where did you lack as a man? Rollerblade Rico just swooped it up.
He lacked by not having a backbone. He lacked by living in this red pill fear mindset of, oh, I have to make sure that she's on her toes all the time. I get to cheat and do whatever I want, and she can't do none of that. Yeah. I'm on all that. She packs my condoms for me and everything. When you do shit like this, most sane, self-respecting women, they're gonna fucking leave you. Man, what's going on, y'all? We got Myron's ex is back to destroy everything. Video by O'Shea Duke Jackson. Myron has been getting put through the ringer recently, man. Whether it's what happened at that TPUSA event where he couldn't get in, he was over there calling people like, bro, yo, did you get in, bro? I'm trying to get in too, bro. They're not letting me in, man. Bro. Whether it's that, whether it was this whole girlfriend thing going on last year and this year, whether it's his podcast going down in views, him getting exposed for being a grifter, all that, him getting shat on by the white community that he praises up so much, them calling him a sand igger and all that. Man. Let's see what's going on with Myron's ex and what she's trying to do to his life. Let's get into this, man. Let's go.
When it comes to mating and dating, there are many guys out there with choruses. You have guys out there doing interviews and guys creating content. But since 2020, there's only been one duo that's reigned supreme, and that is Fresh and Fit. Fresh and Fit became not just a lifestyle podcast.
Hey, I ain't really agree with a lot of the things that Kevin Samuels says, but I guarantee you if he was still alive, he would literally outshine both of them to a T. The Fresh and Fit podcast would be way under what Kevin Samuels had to offer. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, but a staple when it comes to dating and mating content, especially for men under 30. And things like this is where they make their bread and butter.
If a girl is with you, she's constantly asking herself, is this the best that I can do? Your job is to make her always say yes. Your job as the man, when a girl is sitting there at 3 o'clock in the morning, looking up in the sky and you're asleep next to her, and she asks herself, is this the best that I can do? It better be a yes. Because if a woman thinks that she can do better, she will eventually try to do better.
I would hate to live a life where the constant thing on my mind is, oh my God, my girl might leave me. I need to make sure that I'm the best man for her. I'm the best. Like, instead of just already walking and having the confidence, like you're the best man that she could be with, being the best man she could be with, not just over there overthinking like, oh my God, I have to make sure. Oh no. Bro, I would hate to live a life like that, constantly thinking about somebody else's approval. That would be insane. Instead of just already walking like you have that dream girl, already walking like you're the best man for her, you're just constantly thinking about, oh my God. And I guarantee you that train of thought is the reason why a lot of you red pill niggas don't get girls for real. That is the reason why a lot of you red pill dudes, y'all get a girl and then she dips from you within a month. That is the reason why you've never seen any of these red pill people in long-term relationships at all. Myron's first girlfriend literally left this nigga for a roller skating plumber in, I think it was Brazil or some South American country. I forgot. But yeah.
You heard it. It's your job.
He's right, you know.
Fast forward. But 2020 to 2025 is like 5 years, and people get tired of doing the same thing. And this is what we have seen with Myron. Now, Fresh still wants to deal with dating, mating, and OnlyFans models. And he isn't successful as an individual creator. But
I ain't gonna lie, as much as Myron gets dog walked in the political space, if this nigga Walter was to even so as dip his toes into the other spaces that Myron is in, he's getting his shit cooked. He can barely speak sometimes, like barely correlate a sentence sometimes. He's getting cooked. He's getting fucked upon, bro. He's getting hit with the all of that.
Different from Myron. You see, Myron had a different goal in mind. He wanted to become the Sudanese Charlie Kirk. And instead of just focusing on dating and mating and red pill content, he decided to get into the alt-right and basically started doing street interviews, political commentary, geopolitics. And so that's where he's headed now as an individual brand. While he still does dating content with Fresh and Fit, that is how he's trying to establish himself and continue the path of no monetization.
Damn.
Now, on that path, he ended up meeting this really beautiful lady by the name of Angie. And Angie was Venezuelan and a longtime girlfriend. It was a lady that he really, really loved. And we never saw this from him before, because all the other women he was dealing with, it was like... But when it came to her, it was different.
I'm not sneaking around in my own house. My girl, my girl don't talk back to me. Like this whole situation, argue. There's no arguments. This is how it is. She packs my condoms when I travel.
Now, it's also important to note that
Famous last words from a nigga whose John left him for someone who makes less money than him.
Myron Gaines considered himself at that time, and still does, a high value man. He bragged about his real estate portfolio, his income levels, the fact that he's in shape, college educated, intellectual. All of these things made him high value. So if a woman were to get with him, they would automatically be submissive because he is all of these things that most men are not. And this is something that the red pill teaches. It's something that as men that we also partly believe because of our own ego. Now, to say if it's true or not, it depends. But most men on average believe that if you operate at the highest level of earnings, productivity, you are attractive to the majority of women.
And all of these things aren't bad within themselves. The whole like you making more money, you looking better, getting in the gym, all that stuff. You know, being a little more smarter, getting your smarts together, all of that isn't bad in theory. But when you add this dumbass red pill thinking in fear ideology, it just makes you look like a clown. It just makes you look like a dumbass, bro. All of these red pill niggas, you've seen them in little tiny relationships here and there. And you know they flex the money, this, that, and the third. But when the money gets played out, when the whole working out physique shit gets played out, who are you behind the red pill mask? A lot of these people, when you take off that red pill mask, they are the most boring, most insecure, most simp ass people you will ever meet. Period. So like I said, all of these things aren't bad in theory. But when you couple it with the red pill ideology, it puts all those things to fucking shame. It puts all those things to...
But then we started to see some of the armor falling off.
I take that seriously, guys, and I've given up my social life to do so. I've been sitting inside. The only time I go outside, you guys want to know the truth? The painful truth? I only really go outside when I do the debates, man. If I'm be honest with you, bro. Like, yo, I literally only go outside to do the debates, I barely leave my building. Because you guys know me, I'll work, bro. I'll give up my social life. I don't go. You know? Angie's very understanding. She takes Frank whenever I need him. She helps me with groceries. So Angie's very understanding. I haven't seen her in a bit. I'm not going to lie to you guys. She actually came by real quick when I was doing the table.
So now we're starting to see a little problem here because he's like, listen, in my new thing that I'm doing, I'm streaming all day at home. The only time I go outside is to debate people. And he's mentioning that Angie is being very supportive with their dog and all of this. But now the issue is he hasn't seen Angie in a bit. This is what he's talking about. So this is a little bit different. This is right after May 13th. Again, she left to go to New York. She came to New York to be with him. She went back to Florida. And now he's saying, like, he's showing some signs of frustration. I haven't seen Angie. She's being supportive, but I haven't seen her. This is after he had particularly praised her about how smart she was, how beautiful she was. Now, let's go back to the live debates when Myron was out there, and at a certain point, people started asking about his girlfriend.
Do you have a missus? Do you have a girl?
That's irrelevant to the question.
No, like I just don't know context.
I'm asking you.
I want to get to know you.
That's irrelevant. We're having an objective discussion. Women that are sex workers.
Do you have a wife? Do you have a girlfriend? That's what I thought.
What does that have to do with anything?
Exactly. Like, it just means like you can't even get it yourself. So like you are telling me I can't. Like, what's that? I don't get that.
I want to know your argument first because that is like crazy, bro. Don't you have like a girlfriend or like a wife or something? Like somebody you appreciate?
Bro, we went over this a million times. Somebody else, because I don't want to.
What you resist persist. What you chase escapes. This nigga is actively dodging this question. And motherfuckers just he bro, you can see it in his face, in the way he's moving when people ask him that question, bro. He's getting pissed.
Really gonna do
the
that,
same
bro?
argument again, yeah. Somebody else.
Now, here, Myron is being very defensive. A lot.
Getting super defensive.
He even tells the person, I'm not going to finish the debate.
And it's a simple question. Even if you're in this whole like debate thing, it's a simple question. Do you have a girl? Yes or no? Yes or no? Do you have a wife? Yes or no? Simple. It's a simple John, man. Now, you don't have to answer the question, you know, but it's a simple question, man. If you get defensive about answering a question like this, you're telling people your answer without giving one.
With you, because you keep mentioning the fact about my girlfriend, and I don't really want to talk about it, which is interesting because earlier in this video, we've already seen that Myron loved talking about his girlfriend, bragged about the fact that she would even prepare condoms for his other woman and all of that. Well, fast forward. If you guys don't know, I've Been Preach have a pretty big subreddit. And
brother, I ain't gonna lie. These two motherfuckers have been the bane to Myron's existence over these past like 1 to 2 years, but especially now in 2025 as we're closing out this year. Oh my gosh. I've been giving the fresh and fit boys, but especially Myron, straight belt to ass. Period, man. And as someone who's been watching I've Been Preach for I think around 10 years at this point. I started watching them when I was like 9 or 10, around like 2016. I'm 20 now. Yeah, it's been about 10 years, bro. It's great to see them go up and hit 2 mil and all that.
Going on since 2020. There's a lot of visitors and there's a lot of weekly contributions, and it's very, very active. And I happen to get some breaking news from that subreddit.
Here we go.
Apparently, somebody called into Fresh and Fit. And when they did, well...
Myron, I think you don't have real game. And, yeah, let's be real. She wasn't locked in with you. You had a girl, but you didn't have her soul. So Rico, he didn't really steal Angie. He collected her.
Rico, by the way, is the roller skating plumber dude that I was talking about in the first part of this video that took Myron's John, that took his girl.
A big difference, bro. Yeah, man, they call him Rollerblade Rico. He's a shadow that just rolls out of nowhere, man. Smooth wheels, smoother game. You don't even hear him coming. 1 minute you're holding her hand, next minute, pew, gone. Gone like the wind. What are you lacking, Myron, that you can't hold her desire? Why didn't you have her soul locked in? I mean, she was your girlfriend, right? You claim to have her as a girlfriend. So where did you lack as a man? Rollerblade Rico just swooped it up.
He lacked by not having a backbone. He lacked by living in this red pill fear mindset of, oh, I have to make sure that she's on her toes all the time. I get to cheat and do whatever I want, and she can't do none of that. Yeah. I'm on all that. She packs my condoms for me and everything. When you do shit like this, most sane, self-respecting women, they're gonna fucking leave you. They're gonna fucking leave you, bro. So I'm not surprised that Angie did what she did, bro. She should have been left this nigga, bro, because she realized how much of a cornball this man is. And a lot of you red pill niggas are cornballs. The ideology itself, when I first heard about it, max out your muscles, max out your money, you know what I'm saying? Try to be successful. Cool. Great. But when you add on this other shit to it, you become a goddamn cornball. Him, cornball. Walter, cornball. A lot of these red pill niggas, cornballs. That nigga, Clavicular, that we were just talking about a couple of videos ago, he's moving like a cornball right now. You feel me?
Come on.
And even when you have all the money, the successes, that and the third, if you're a lame, that's just gonna go away eventually, bro. Not in terms of like all the money and shit, but the women's interest. It's gonna go away like this, bro. If you have the money, the success, all that, but you're a fucking lame, you're a bozo, you're a cornball, any self-respecting woman's gonna see that. She's gonna be like, fuck no, I want nothing to do with you. And she might get with somebody who makes less money than you, less this, less that, but at least they're not lame. At least they're not a fucking cornball. Feel me?
No, silence is very loud right now because you have nothing.
Woo! Now, Myron, just earlier in this video, in the first clip, talked about what you needed to do as a man to keep your girl. Like, a woman needs to believe that she can do no better than you.
And again, why are y'all listening to Myron Gaines, out of all people, how to keep a girl next to you and keep a good relationship and all that, when he himself hasn't had a good relationship? His girl left him within a couple months. He can't make any girl addicted to him. We've never physically seen it. We've never physically seen it, bro. So why are y'all listening to someone who is telling you how to get results they haven't gotten? That's like listening to someone telling you how to be good with money, and you look at their bank account and they shit is 000. And I ain't talking, oh, he got 100,000. Nope, 000. Nothing in his bank account at all. That's like listening to someone telling you how to be a good content creator and they have no videos up at all, period.
But it seems that Myron did something that a lot of people as humans do, which is miscalculate our leverage. You see, not everybody cares about money. Not everybody cares about looks. Not everybody cares about somebody who's in shape. What people do care about is genuine affection, collaboration, and a future together.
Yeah, and like I said, those things do matter to a certain extent. Money, looks, that, and third. But if you don't have what O'Shea just said, genuine affection, genuine love, all that, these girls are going to leave you, and a majority of you red pill niggas are going to end up with gold diggers, bro. Oh, why does my wife only want me for my y'all are gonna end up like Akash Singh. Why does my wife only want me for my because that's what you led with, dickhead. No wonder. Y'all keep on leading with money, looks, this, that, and the third. Bro, you lead with that shit, it's going to crumble at some point. But if you lead with integrity, confidence, knowing who you are, genuine love and affection. I mean, as you get further in the relationship, most likely that girl is probably gonna stay with you. But if you lead with that money shit, don't be surprised when your relationship either ends or your girl only wants you for money. I guarantee you, with Akash saying, ooh, let that boy start making less money, Jasleen gonna divorce his ass. Oh my God.
And that was something that Myron could not offer. And he felt that because he was Myron, his girl was going to sit there and just do nothing. But I can tell you that money doesn't solve everything. Money just solves money problems. Women leave and stop dealing with guys all the time when money is not even an option. I can tell you that. I mean, I live overseas. I live in Uganda, and people think that money is about everything. And of course, money can be about everything. But then there are certain things that money just cannot solve, which is respect for the other person. And this is something that a lot of men and women need to understand, because a lot of guys feel that, oh, well, she can never leave me for another guy. Well, that's exactly what happened. Not only did she leave Myron for Rollerblade Rico, she was cheating on Myron for Rollerblade Rico.
Woo!
Ooh, what?
She knew Myron had cars. She knew Myron had houses. She knew Myron had all of these things going for him.
She was cheating?
But those
Ooh.
are just things. It's not the person. You see, well, what you have is one thing. Who you are is another. It's one thing to have money and to have access. It's another thing to deliver on what you say that you're going to deliver. It's another thing to actually show somebody affection, show somebody time, being a good friend if you have a friend, being a good family member, being a boyfriend or a girl, being a good boyfriend or a girlfriend. And ultimately, when somebody feels that being with you is not going to go anywhere, they're going to look to alternative situations. And you see, Angie is smart, because one thing that she understood was Myron's temperament. You see, if Myron was disrespectful to other women, talking bad to other women, clowning other women, and he would do that all the time. And he would never do it to her, but he would do it all the time. He would talk about, black women. He'd talk about Hispanic women or Jewish women. Well, it only makes sense that at a certain point, he is going to do that to her.
Yeah.
I mean, she would not be exonerated from that. All of the insecurity that we do or don't see online, and it probably happened, all of the time she may or may not have forgiven him that we don't see online. She understood one thing. The monster in Myron was going to come towards me. There's no amount of money that was going to solve that. And I just wish that men with money are just guys that have access, just start to understand that, yes, it's great to have money. And that's one thing that's important. We all need it. We all love it. But it don't keep you. And the thing is, Myron has never gotten over the fact, from what I can tell, that he lost his woman to a regular guy. But he only beat the regular guy in one thing. That was money. But that didn't matter to the lady. It depends on what matters to the woman. If a woman is from Venezuela and she wants...
And most regular women, most of the women in the world will agree that at a certain point, the money shit don't matter. What matters is the man behind the money. And if you lead with this superficial money shit, all that, at a certain point, most women are going to see through that and realize that you don't have anything to stand on for real. Your personality, the way you are, is just made up out of superficial things like money, looks, and status. And at the end of the day, if there was ever an unfortunate event where that all goes away, the woman is not looking to you. Who are you behind this mask? Who are you behind the money? Who are you behind the status? Who are you behind the YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch followers? Who are you behind the looks? I've seen women go from dating a quote unquote conventional, good looking, attractive dude to a quote unquote ugly dude based off of the fact that the ugly dude not only treated them better, they weren't leading with money, status, looks, yada yada, and treating her like shit. The ugly dude was leading with confidence, being who he says he is, and treating the woman with genuine love, care, and affection. Sorry, that's what happens. That's what happens when you lead with dumbass shit like this, when you lead with fucking money.
It's a man that's also from Venezuela, and they can speak Spanish together. They can talk about things and, you know, enjoy the language and enjoy certain things like rollerblading together. They can spend their time together. Then maybe having a lot of money is not that important. Maybe having family and community is more important. And this is something that a lot of guys don't understand, like with women in other cultures. Money is important, don't get me wrong, and they like money too. But a lot of women like their cultural things that women like outside of money. For example, I was dating this chick from the Horn of Africa. And, you know, as an American guy, I don't really like to eat dinner with people. It's not really what I like to do. I like to, when I'm working or studying or whatever, I get my food, I eat. I don't really like eating it with a woman for the most part, unless we're going to a date. But this was something that was very important to this lady. She wants her man to eat dinner with her, like every day. Like, it's important. She wants to eat dinner with you. She wants to talk with you. She wants you to give her time, you know? And for some American guys, and you're busy and you're working, you don't think about it like that, but that's important. Like, in her culture, sitting around drinking coffee with her family is like a very, very important thing. Going to Orthodox church is a very, very important thing. You know, spending time at certain things is a very, very important thing. Not working all the time. Like, when you date these women from other countries, we're all about work, work, work. But a lot of people from different cultures are not about work, work, work. That's not all it is for them, like it is for Americans. We're about work and putting in the time and being.
Yeah, and that doesn't mean, you know, be lazy, be lackadaisical. But shoot, set out some time to hang with your girl. I know I was talking about the other stuff, like the whole leaving money and all that stuff over there, but also Myron was barely spending time with Angie. And I don't know if he just expected for him to just live in her mind when he's gone for days or weeks on end. At a certain point, your girl is going to either want to see you, or she's going to be like, damn, why the fuck is this nigga not here? And she's either going to get that from somebody else, or she's going to find ways to pull you out of work. And that's when it's, oh, my girl's trying to yada, 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 yada. No, bro. Set out some time to spend with your girl, man. And like I said, bro, I don't want y'all to be lackadaisical or anything like that. Now, get your work done. But please, for the love of everything that's great, please set out some time for y'all women. Set out some time to spend with the women in your life, bro. Please. Please, man. And this isn't just like a girlfriend thing. This is a family thing, a friend thing. Some of you workaholic ass niggas, y'all don't got fucking friends. Y'all don't have a social life. Y'all don't talk to y'all family members as much. And you wonder why, oh, I have all this money and all this status and shit like that, but I'm still depressed. Because your social life is dead. And I know, like, oh, the whole work-life balance thing doesn't quote unquote exist. Bro, you can make it exist in your life. You can make it not exist in your life. You can 70-30 that shit. I don't know. All I know is, bro, spending time with people you care about, spending time with people you love, spending time meeting new people in general is one of the best things in this life. And I don't know about y'all, but it brings me happiness. So, yeah, man.
And if you date somebody from Latin America, you date
Spend some
somebody
time
from
with
certain
certain
parts
people,
of
man.
Europe, like, no, work is okay and it's good to have employment, but like, where is the time for enjoying yourself, relaxation, enjoying moments, going to an event, eating ice cream?
Because all this workaholic shit is literally just gonna work you to death. Y'all love to joke about these 9-to-5 people, but y'all doing the same damn thing. It's just a different business outlet, bro. Y'all are doing the same damn thing. Y'all are going to work yourselves to death if y'all keep living like that.
This is important for women who want to have serious relationships from other cultures. And if a man can deliver that and the money is something he doesn't have right now, Guess what they're banking on? Well, I'll take the other things. We can work in the money in the future.
Woo!
Yes, because he has all the cultural things I want. And if he loves me, I know that his income will grow. I see that he's working, and this is the thing that we don't understand about foreign women. Foreign women can look at a man and say, he goes to work every day, he has 2 jobs, he's gainfully employed, he's responsible. He might not have the most money, but he's putting money in the household every month. He has food, he has water. I know that his income will grow based on his work ethic. So I'll get in right now because he has all the things that I like, and I'll be his wife. We can work on having babies and stuff like that. And then I know that his income will catch up even if it's not there, because the rest of the things he has, I want them. And they can completely forego.
And what some of y'all don't realize is, bro, when you have a happy life, a great life, you're thinking positive, being positive a majority of the time, your money will go up tenfold. You will make more money in your business. You will get more status, whatever. You will go up when you feel up. You will go, bro, your life will go amazing if you feel good. When you're always working, no social life, this, that, and the third. Yes, you built a little bit of money, a little bit of status here and there, but you're depressed. You wonder why you're still stagnant in your business, still stagnant in what you're doing. You're stagnant at 10K a month, 50K a month, this, that, and the third. It's because, nigga, you're depressed. You're depressed. Oh, I guarantee you, once you start thinking more positive, being around more positive people, having an overall more positive life, all the shit you ever want is just gonna go up tenfold, man. The money you have is gonna go up tenfold, man, period.
Somebody like a Myron and just go with the normal guy. Because here's the situation. She doesn't expect that normal guy will just be regular forever. She expects that normal guy, who he's normal right now, will not be the same man in 5 to 10 years. And most Latin women or Latina women, they're typically right. Their guys may be poor right now, but they'll work their ass off, and in 10 years, in 15 years, they'll have the money for a house, they'll be a manager at a job, they'll be in a certain community, they'll pull their money together, and now that man is more financially stable. But he had all of the right traits. And a guy like Myron is looking at the guy like, oh, but I'm beating him now. But you're not going to beat him in the future for a guy who's going to be a married father.
Damn.
So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea D. Jackson back at it again.
Shout out to O'Shea for this video. Yeah, man. Again, I don't know why y'all listen to a lot of these Red Pill people. They don't have good relations with women. And the majority of these people aren't even married. Like, and like O'Shea was saying, yeah, Myron is quote unquote beating him now in the money aspect, but everything else he's not beating this nigga in at all. At all. Period, bro. And in a few years' time, when that dude does have that money and all these other traits, the girl's gonna go with him tenfold, always. Period. This dude is now the 10 out of 10. You were the glamorous 1 out of 10 because you just have money and looks and status and none of the other traits that she's looking for, but you know, you have the money, this, that, and the third. But this other guy who has all the other traits that she's looking for, he just doesn't have the money right now. I guarantee you she's either going to get with that guy and, you know, wait until the money gets right, or she's going to scope him out. And when the money gets right in a couple of years, she is going to leave you like GM with Hummer in 2008. She is going to leave you. So yeah, that's, I guess my whole point with this video and this end card is to just tell you that leading with money, leading with all this superficial shit, leading with this red pill ideology is only going to get you short-term pleasure, whether that's short-term pussy, short-term women, short-term happiness, short-term this, that, and the third. When you lead with all these superficial things, your relationship with women, but relationships with life in general, it's just gonna go downhill. All of it's just gonna go downhill. And yeah, but if you lead with knowing yourself, confidence, and you lead with genuine love and affection, not only for other people but for yourself, man, it'll show, and your relationships will blossom. I swear down. But yeah, let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. I feel like a lot of people that follow this kind of ideology are just insecure, and if they like kind of either went their own way or just, you know, realized that the power to get the things they want in life isn't in some sort of ideology, isn't in the red pill, isn't in all of that, but it's within their own hands, within their own mindset and their own outlook on life, I feel like things would be a whole lot better for them. And not to mention, I feel like the red pill is low-key a pipeline into the alt-right. But besides that, love y'all so much. Marso Mafia the gang. Marso Mob the squad. I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. Peace.